November comes once a year, and with it, a challenge that's taken the internet by storm. No Nut November. But what if I told you, this isn't just about a month? What if the discipline you're supposed to gain in November could be applied to your life permanently? Today we're diving deep into No Nut November. Why it's more than just a trend, and how turning it into a lifestyle could change everything for you. Before we dive deeper into this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Don't get left behind while others push forward. Join us and stay ahead of the game. Let's get started. What is No Nut November? So what exactly is No Nut November? At its core, it's a challenge where participants abstain from this foul deed for an entire month. For some, it's a joke, a test of willpower, but for others, it's an experiment in self-control. A way to reclaim control over their impulses. But why would anyone want to put themselves through this? Because behind it, there's a far more profound motivation than you might think. How we're wired and the impact of adult content. To understand the value of this challenge, let's take a look at how our brains work. Humans are hardwired for pleasure through a chemical called dopamine. Each time we indulge in anything pleasurable, especially quick, easily accessible forms like watching videos, social media, or adult content, our brains release a burst of dopamine. This flood of dopamine has a major downside. It makes us crave more of the same, making us chase even more intense versions of pleasure. For many men, this becomes a dangerous cycle. Adult content use in particular desensitizes our reward centers, making it harder to experience joy from real life. It rewires our brain to need more for less satisfaction, leading to a decline in motivation, focus, and even mental resilience. No Nut November offers an opportunity to break this cycle, to put that dopamine cycle on pause and reset. The benefits of extended abstinence. Alright, so what happens if you push yourself beyond the 30 days of No Nut November? Real change, consistent abstinence from adult content, or even from instant gratification activities in general, can yield a whole range of benefits that impact every aspect of your life. Here are a few. 1. Mental clarity and focus. Without the constant distractions, you're able to redirect that mental energy. Instead of spending time on fleeting distractions, you become laser-focused on your goals. 2. Increased energy and motivation. Each time you resist an urge, you're developing discipline, which doesn't just apply here. It can be transferred to your work, your studies, your fitness routine. With abstinence, men often report feeling a surge in energy and enthusiasm. 3. Emotional resilience. One overlooked benefit is emotional control, the ability to handle stress, disappointment, or failure without seeking instant comfort in screens or vices. 4. Heightened attraction to real relationships. When you stop relying on artificial means of pleasure, your drive to seek out meaningful connections and intimacy with real people increases. Relationships feel more authentic, more fulfilling. Overcoming the challenges of extended abstinence. Now, let's be real. Breaking habits isn't easy, but the good news, the challenges you face are part of the growth. You'll likely experience irritability, discomfort, and intense cravings at first. But each time you push through, you're training your mind. One effective strategy is to replace the habit with something productive. Hit the gym, dive into a new hobby, learn something you're passionate about. When a craving hits, remember why you're doing this: to reclaim your own mind, to take back control. Over time, these cravings lose their grip on you. You'll realize that you're stronger, that you've grown. This is where the real power lies, knowing that no urge can control you. Why it's about a lifestyle, not just a month. You see, the idea isn't to deprive yourself for 30 days only to go back on December 1st. The goal of No Nut November is to open a door to a lifestyle where your mind is yours to command, not a slave to dopamine hits. This isn't a temporary fix. It's about creating a mindset that values discipline and long-term gains over short-term pleasures. The long-term impact. So what if you took the mindset of No Nut November and applied it year-round? Imagine waking up every day knowing you're living with purpose, that you're not dictated by fleeting urges, but by your values and vision. A life where you're focused, disciplined, and prepared to take on any challenge. No Nut November is the first step. But the real journey? That's in making this discipline a foundation of your life. You don't just survive November, you evolve because of it. The question is, are you ready to commit? If you're ready to make a change, to take that control back, don't stop at the end of November. This is your call to evolve. Join the journey, because the best version of yourself is waiting.